Everybody, welcome to Saturday, June 15th. We are the middle of June already. Can you believe it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? That's right. And we got some news. We got some not so news. Some other things like that. We got some things. We got some stuff. We've got mostly today is Shill Talk. Shill Talk. And look, I'm not going to mess around. And I'm going to say right up front, I have no ill will. No ill will towards Grace at all. None whatsoever. You know, she is entitled to her opinion of whatever it is she happens to be covering. I'm going to need to cough, so please bear with me a moment. By the way, don't get the crud right now. This crud, no fun. But anyway, look, Disney Star Wars has been a falling rock for a long time. The first film kind of kicked it off the cliff. People couldn't quite put their finger on what it was about Disney Star Wars that felt different, aside from the fact that they wasted a perfectly good opportunity to restart the circle that would have basically set everything in motion for something everybody could appreciate as far as Star Wars is concerned. They tried to duplicate A New Hope with a female instead of a male. They missed the opportunity to make John Boyega's character a Jedi or similar. They missed an opportunity to basically make Rey a Sith, which I thought would have been perfect. She would have been an excellent bad guy. But you can't make a girl a bad guy, not under Disney Star Wars and not under the political garbage that everybody's put together on. And you know what? That's a good question, Scott. Can it be called her opinion if it's not actually hers? And you know what? Let's just jump in because there was some ridiculous things that were said by Grace this last week alone. And again, if I ever had an opportunity to talk to her face to face about some of this, I'm going to say, look, this is where you lose your credibility because you don't bring receipts. You just bring accusations. You bring claims. You bring things nobody's going to take you seriously about. It's not helping your cause, right? I mean, and again, I'm going to say it this way. I enjoy watching Grace's takes on stuff. I know that sounds odd to everybody. But this week she said this. In a tweet on Twitter on June 11th, that's 4 days ago, she said, I will say that I think it's going to be very hard for Disney to cast upcoming Star Wars projects because this level of hate just isn't worth it, even for up-and-coming actors, like poor Lee Jung-jae, coming off Squid Game, doing a great job on The Acolyte. And for what? Well, he's the only good actor on the show. Okay? Sorry. Nobody here is delivering a performance that I can get behind. And nepotism is taking a front seat, and of course, you know, DEI hiring and everything else. And you know what? Decide whether or not that's a hill you want to die on, Grace, because I don't think it is. You know, but you had no proof of this statement. Nobody's hating Lee Jung-jae. They're hating on the show and the fact that the writing couldn't deliver him anything to bring out in his recently learned language. Because guess what? English isn't his first language. I don't even know if it's his second. I think he was largely speaking phonetically throughout whatever it is that he's been saying so far. And it's not his fault, but you didn't bring the receipts, lady. Where's the receipts? Where are the people, the hordes of people? Because I actually responded to her. Where are the hordes of people that were coming after this man or anybody? Outside of Amanda Lestenberg, who actually is, you know, being called the R word because she is quite, you know, anti, you know, pale skin people, I'll say. Where'd that come from? Look, I know I put out a review and analysis of episode 3. For whatever reason, YouTube didn't want anybody to see it. That's fine. But you know, I kind of point this out doing that, and, you know, I wasn't wrong. But Grace goes out there marching on whoever's orders, and says ridiculous things. Just absolutely ridiculous. And you know what? I am remiss. I need to go back and say hi to all of you. So let's say hello to the amazing people like Veritas Eterna. And thank you. Yeah. The Clobby thing is definitely weighing on everybody. So thank you for that. Hey, Weatherman, how's it going? Renee's Ramblings is in the house. We've got Canadian Spider-Man pushing the show forward and the channel forward. Thank you for that, Canadian Spider-Man. Lord Shax over on the Green Machine says, it's 8 a.m. Disney Star Wars is still trash. There's your update. Yep. Potato Time says, yep, all those things. Channel Surf is over on the Green Machine. Rob Linton's over there. Rob Linton suggests if you're an actor, read the script before taking the role. I think there's opportunities where you just don't do that. Hey, Little Mouse, good to see you. Psychotic Mongoose is here. What's up? Follow the Bradley's Fun. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. You guys should check out Follow the Bradley's Fun YouTube channel. Aaron Ratliff is here. What's up, buddy? I am feeling better than I was. Whatever this is gets in deep, and the coughing is terrible. OCTD, what's up? Jody Bird's in the house. Good to see you. James Dosher. Woot. Cultured News. That's right. Q2Cast TV. Still working at the new studio. Our main systems are back online. I hope you get that thing going soon, brother. Let me know. Bone! Good morning and F Disney. Well, yeah. And once again, thank you, Ruby Hoob, for the gifted membership. I'm gonna need to do a member thing for you all. Let's try and put that together. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do member thing tomorrow. And I need to get that other members only video up, or the members first video up, and release the other one wide. Penny. Guys are amazing. Low specs out there. Chipmunk of Vengeance. Good to see you. The power of one. The power of two. The power of broadcast yawn. That's right. That's right. Is this live? Says maybe it's a Tuma. It's not a Tuma. Hey, Timmy Hayes, what's up? Yeah, I do sound a bit better. Man, it's still in my chest, though. Coughs are like rumbling. Al, what's up, Al? Grace being taken seriously. Really? I don't know. She got a lot of interaction from folks in our circles, and for good reason. I mean, I think a lot of people, I saw some of you all going back on Grace on her terrible takes, but moving on, she went after the whole thing in a thread because she doesn't like being called out. I mean, I don't blame her. I mean, you know, when you have a terrible opinion, being called out super sucks, right? It just does. Curtis Shaw, the cringe of one, the cringe of two, the cringe of many. Man, I got to cough again. Sorry, guys. Didn't want you to have to hear that. Just trying to breathe. So Grace comes back with this. It's a thread, a three-tweet thread that she got a lot of smoke for, too. Says, note, art regarding the Acolyte. I understand why some of you are frustrated with Star Wars right now, and I'm by no means trying to tell you your feelings are wrong. You know what she won't do is say this during one of her lives. This is something you should say on a video. I say what I think, what I feel on a video. I say what I think and feel on my tweets. They're consistent, right? When I'm posting on Minds or Getter or anywhere, and very soon on Instagram, when I'm posting stuff or I'm talking about stuff, I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking at that moment, right? And now I'm turning the filters off. And look, I almost never go after another creator. There's no positive here. It doesn't make you feel good to talk ill of somebody else. But you can't pretend that, you know, somebody's not influenced by their access. So accurately calling somebody a shill is, probably a pretty accurate statement. And we'll get to that in just a moment. But as you can see, I understand why some of you are frustrated with Star Wars right now, and I'm by no means trying to tell you your feelings are wrong. And yet, here comes the punch. I do feel the loudest voices against the Acolyte are taking on hate speech qualities. Hate speech isn't real, Grace. It's just speech. People say hateful crap all the time to me and anybody else that they feel like venting their spleen at. You block people. Is that hate speech? Somebody might think it is. That's why it's nonsensical to say that. Hate speech is just speech. Whether or not you like it, it doesn't make it hate. It might be hateful. People say a lot of hateful crap. It's just speech. If you can't deal with it, don't play. Anyway, and that does not help your cause. What cause? What cause, Grace? Well, let's see. As for me, I genuinely like the show. You can't even defend it. I'm excited for you to see episode 4 on Tuesday because she got to see the first 4 episodes. Many people did. And the best of the 4 episodes I saw in advance. It wouldn't be hard to trip, fall down a flight of stairs, bang your head 6 times down along the way, and wake up thinking that you saw something better than episode 3. Good Lord Almighty. I don't do that at all, so I'll ask forgiveness now. Mexican Iron Man, thank you for that. He sends a super chat for $10. Says, new show, Star Wars Shill Casino. Culture reviews The Acolyte live with all your favorite Disney show YouTubers. The twist, Culture does this live stream in a hot tub naked with co-host Grace Randolph. Not happening, Mikey, but that's funny. I think even the boss will get a chuckle out of that one. It truly is. And Ruby Hoove, brilliantly stated, right? Just following up on Mikey's ridiculous fun. For $2 says, frustrated speech is not hate speech. No, it isn't. It truly isn't. And a lot of people are frustrated right now. I think you guys are all frustrated, right? It's not just me. I know I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with the coverage this thing is getting, right? And Rob Linton says, the show was offensive over on the Green Machine. They offended me most with Spice Cream. Spice is like heroin in Star Wars lore. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're bringing in witchcraft. Believe me, we'll get to that in a minute. And, you're leaning heavily into that. Hey, what's up, Tender Warrior 68? Curtis Shaw says, based on Chris Gore and Alan Ng's review, episode 4 sounds better than 3, but that's a dang low bar. Yeah, I mean, you would have to visit hell to get underneath the bar of episode 3. It'd be an interesting visit, I would imagine, for some people. I got another super chat I'll get to in a sec. I don't know, you folks. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I know this. Carlos Estrada, what's up? Says, and thank you for the $5 super chat, my friend. Says, have you seen any anime lately? Yes. Might I suggest Hajime no Ippo? I think I probably said that completely wrong, but I apologize. Sports anime about a 16, 17-year-old getting interested into the world of boxing. Okay, that sounds awesome. It does sound very nice, and I am going to write that down because I'm old school. I am old school. All right. Sorry, guys. That'll give me something to talk about with Brandon, the anime guy. Thank you for that. I appreciate the recommendation. And for those of you who don't know, you can actually put a thumbs up and comment on people's super chats. And when you do that, that's extra love for the channel. So thank you. Yeah, criticism is not hate speech. That's right, Ayav. That's right. Hey, the lovely Jillian's here. Good morning. Avengers Rising is out there. We got a lot of great people joining us. Scooby-Doo got anime announced. No way, really? Okay, you guys are getting me back into, like, the anime pursuit, so there's that. Al's doing good over there in the UK. I hope so. I appreciate you all. Sassy Lass is here. Hey, it's been a minute. No, you're awesome. Oh, wait, you're talking to Mexican Iron Man. Well, he's awesome too. Anyway, back to the commentary here. So, and for me, I genuinely like the show. Excited for episode 4. Okay, I already went through that. Let's finish it up. The Acolyte videos are meant to be, okay, this is shill. This is shill language right here. The Acolyte videos are meant to be a space for people who do like the show. And those who might not like it but are open to discussing it. Does Lucasfilm poke the bear? Absolutely. Should there be a broader range of Star Wars content? Absolutely. Yes, try making good things. Yeah. Stop firing people who actually are trying to give you something good. Yeah. Stop pushing people out the door who delivered something good. But I feel the Acolyte is genuinely a good show with awful timing and is sitting down at a table where the odds are stacked against it, which is unfortunate. Yeah. Oh, they have not made anything good. And it's not Lucasfilm poking the bear. It's the people running Lucasfilm. They used to honor the fans and care what the fans thought and actually, tried to make something the fans would like, Grace. But follow up here from Easy Rider is, I'm not saying that your feelings are wrong, but most criticism in my eyes is hate. So just keep that in mind. Yes, that's you, Grace. That's how people see you. Of course, she comes back and, that's not what I said, and you know it. Oh, somebody give me strength today, please. I'm begging. We got more here to get to. Believe me, I ain't done yet. Oh, boy. Crazy stuff. Chipmunk of Vengeance, thank you for the €5. Oh, no, excuse me. Pounds. This is proper money, ladies and gentlemen. Pounds, £5 sterling. Thank you. Says people are quick to claim bigotry while being prejudiced themselves towards other fans. Shills do this a lot. Yes, they do. Thank God some of us can still reach you in the chats because Tyrone Magnus has become difficult for me to reach. Really? Tyrone's been doing some stuff lately. I mean, one of his reactions the other day was very intriguing. He's getting a ton of views. So maybe ignoring people is the way. I'm just kidding. I'm not even saying that. Tyrone's done some interesting stuff lately I've been enjoying. Yeah. Hate speech puts hair on your chest. I would rather watch CultureCasino and Mexican Iron Man search for Smurfs than Smurfolite. Well, there you go. Yeah, it is tough to keep by. Karen Owen says, what about equal time? Good question. What about equal time? That'd be interesting. But here's the problem. If you offer up something that would be equal time, let's say, for like shilling Star Wars towards this tiny, infinitesimally small fraction of your audience, trying to grow something that doesn't exist in the modern audience, right? And then, of course, the regular things that people would actually enjoy. Well, nobody would be watching the other things. So you would see, this is why they couldn't possibly risk doing that. They'd be exposed because they would find and show that if you make something good, people will watch it. And since you've been making bad crap, people are not interested in bad crap, right? Oh, it's on Crunchyroll and Netflix. Thank you for that. You guys are amazing. You're amazing. Speaking of amazing, I want to say thanks again to Chipmunk of Vengeance for £5 sterling. Amazing. I think I got another super. No, membership. Psychotic Mongoose drops a Culture Casino membership. Thank you for that generosity. And to that lucky person who got it, well done. Once again, thank you, Psychotic Mongoose. And for the lovely Sassy Lass, we got a member chat. It says, Culture, you are marvelously amazing soul. Well, thank you. I wish that were true. I try. I do my very best every day. Unacceptable Views says, so you survived Alaska. That's good. Hope you had fun. It was great. I can't wait to go back. I'm going to I think I'm just going to fly. Go check it out. Rent some RVs. Go around. But thank you, Sassy Lass, for those kind words. That is very lovely. Quirrell is Smilo Red. Yeah, I heard people calling that out. That was pretty funny. Curtis Shaw says, that's the problem with channels getting bigger. I'm happy for their success, but sometimes the chat flies faster than I can follow. Yeah. If it ever gets that way here, I'm going to just put the chat in slow mode for a little while and then turn it back up, then turn it back slow. So Veritas Eterna. I hate everyone equally, though. Yeah, that's right. You can't be too hateful. But look, like I said, Tyrone's been doing a great job lately. Lots of fun stuff to pay attention to. Everybody's been doing great. Snarky J has been doing great. Lots of people I pay attention to that aren't necessarily in my circle. I need to schedule an interview with both of those wonderful creators. Is this live for a Canadian $4 says, Super Sticker time. That's right. A pair saying cup of coffee. Hey, I got it right here. I got tea in the right hand, coffee in the left hand with Star Wars on it because I'm a real fan. But thank you. Yes, thank you for the support today. We definitely need it. I have many vacation debts to repay. Yeah. Oh, Pathfinder game. Awesome. Have fun, Hillis Mallory. Let us know how that goes. I think I'm just going to fly. Dude, that the start of some Uncharted game. Nice knowing you. That's right. I love Uncharted. Isn't that so great? Uncharted is one of those great series through the first 3. Even 4 was fine. But, I mean, I really did enjoy it. Even though it was playing a movie at times. So many cutscenes. Oh, my goodness, the generosity. Jillian N. drops 5 Culture Casino memberships. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. You guys are amazing. Look at all those amazing memberships. Gonna fly like the wind. To be free again. I wish I could sing right now, Veritas Eterna. That's one of my favorite songs. And I've got such a long way to go to make it to the border of Mexico. All right, let's get back to a little Grace Love. Grace Love. Okay, maybe not. But thank you again, Jillian N. Whoa, my buddy is here. Man of War. 665, the neighbor of the beast, who's been here forever. Good friend who I look forward to abusing me whenever I see him. But he has a lovely wife. 42 months of memberships, Disney Shill confirmed. That's right. Speaking of that, let's get back to it because I feel like I've neglected this long enough. So Grace comes out and says, I think it's funny that the Acolyte people are yelling shill at anyone who likes it. Yet the hate is largely being driven by people who are making money off of it, a.k.a. grifters. You, Grace, I don't know if you know this. Maybe you don't. Hard to say. Let me unbiggen that. That didn't work. That's not working either. That's stuck at the top. Anyway, you make money off of promoting it. Everybody makes money off their opinion on a platform like this, Grace. It's like, look in the mirror. By the way, I have no problem if you don't like the Acolyte. There's just no need to go full Sith on it. What? Hey, Q2Cast TV, have fun at work. Appreciate your support. Full Sith, I have not even begun to hate on this show yet. And that's the thing. I didn't start off with any prejudice. I had no concept of what this was going to be outside of it was going to have some witch stuff in it, which I'd heard. and some other things. I heard we were going to get, Force Foo. Then they showed us Force Foo. I heard we were going to get some nonsense, and we got some nonsense. But I wanted to see if in context any of that was going to make sense. So far, no. And Curtis Shaw says, hey, leave the poor multi-billion-dollar corporation alone. Yes. Happy Saturday to Miss Pico Cafe. Thank you for being a mod. You're wearing the shield. Thanks for being here. The lovely Tina Beebe is joining us. Jared Markham's out there. I wonder how much longer it will take for her to alienate what fans she had with all those posts. I don't know. But I'm not done. She tried to go into recovery mode. Okay, so when you're watching people try to reset, reconfigure their opinions, this is the kind of things that they do. Right? This is like, get a sense of what your audience, the people that follow you, feel. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. I like to know what you feel. Occasionally, I'll release a poll, all that kind of stuff. Usually mine are more targeted than this. And this was definitely targeted, and we'll talk about why. But are you interested in any upcoming Star Wars project? Mando and Grogu movie? I don't care. I doubt it's going to be good. Filoni movie? Definitely not. And, yes, with a list below, and no, I'm done. So she put this poll out, poll in the field. These were the numbers. Slow reveal of the numbers. Yeah, da-da-da. I need to unembiggen. There we go. 22.5% of people were looking forward to Mando and Grogu. Now remember, this was quite a sensation. The Mandalorian was quite a sensation for the first 2 seasons, so this is kind of low. Filoni movie, well, if it's going to involve more witchcraft, only 15.8% of people were involved in that. Yes, list below, that's 9.9% of people. Some of that 9.9% was pushing for the Rey movie. Notice how the Rey movie's not included here, because it would have been embarrassing. And then the final results said, after 17,633 votes, no, I'm done. Grace, 52% of your audience is done. And you are so far out of touch that you thought that you were saving Rey by putting her in yes list below. You think the Rey movie would have done better? No. Does Grace know that the Rey movie wasn't going to score well? Probably. It's just a little frustrating. Right Cheer says, or if the show stopped making sense in a way that makes sense. The show didn't make sense from the very beginning. Donovan Bradford, good to see you, my friend, says, Culture walked into this new Star Wars with questions and went from bored to tears, only to be confused to tears. That's actually true. I kind of said that in my review in a different way. Hey, let's see who else rolled in the door. Sorry, I'm just struggling with my voice today, guys. Please bear with me. If I don't sound good or I have vocal fry, it's not on purpose. Just a little frustrating. Yeah. Hey, Sci-Fi Mommy. What's up? Thank you, Sci-Fi Mommy. I'm working on it. I've got the sniffles bad, too. I'm trying to not do that to you guys. Carlos Estrada says, for $2, thank you, my friend. I recommend Japanese with subtitles. That's actually what I do, by the way. Yeah, on even the anime that I own, if it's available, I try to watch it that way. I like subtitles. Some people don't. Which I don't get, but that's fine. Snacks! What's up, Snacks? Check out Snacks and Friends. Good to see you, Snacks. Sassy Lass says, I just like to pay it forward because so many gifting me memberships. Well, thank you, Sassy Lass. Donut Lord says, I don't have a bear. I'm fine, guys. It is what it is. Yes, I have seen Front 242 live way, way, way back in the day. Way. How way? Way, way. Way, 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 way. I need to dig out my T-shirts and stuff. You guys, I had somebody comment on a video one time. It's like, you have an infinite T-shirt collection. I'm like, y'all don't even know. There's boxes and boxes and totes full of T-shirts. Yeah, I haven't even begun to tap the T-shirts. Not even close. Curtis Shaw says, I liked Rey when she was introduced. That sequence where she didn't talk was probably the best executed part. Yes. Then she opened her mouth, and her crisp thespian accent was strike one. I understand where you're coming from. She definitely has a wonderful way with diction. True story. You have to be careful how you say words, because people could get the wrong idea. True story. All right, we're going to keep going. So, people are done with Star Wars. Time to recalibrate, Grace. Scuba Steve, a hero that we all need, says, that's the problem with content creators like yourself. You do videos of how the episodes are great, but then come on here and sympathize for those understanding their frustration. If you understand, why not just be honest from the start? It's a good question. Jillian's right, though. She's British. How could she not have a way with diction? Indeed. Look, I understand that. And again, there's something about an English accent. Okay. I'm just going to say it. And I get it why the girls are like, that's the ladies. The ladies really do love that crisp British way of speaking. They just do. And you know what? I don't blame them. There are some ladies, like one of the ladies that I watch, again, not even in our sphere, that talks about some of the stuff that, maybe hit a little harder in the dating world and stuff like that. She's a very accomplished individual. I believe she's got a degree in psychology. But her accent knocks me out, man. I don't know what it is. And the boss knows, so I won't get in trouble. But Scuba Steve is right. Why not speak honestly from the very beginning? Why not say that? Look, I understand you guys are all mad and upset. But, it takes Scuba Steve to swing in here and hit her in the teeth. And that's a shame, right? I don't know. Bear with me. I got to cough real quick. Hang on. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to. I had to come back, though. I hadn't been talking to anybody for a while. So you are my people. I get to talk to my people. Yep. Yeah. Razorburn says, subscribe. Not too many rivet heads. I know. Yeah. Man, I was listening to industrial and all kinds of stuff. Punk. I mean, I grew up on like the full range. I have very eclectic music tastes, but yeah. It's just, it is what it is. I ended up with many a bloody nose and other injuries. So yeah. Fun going to concerts. And then tiny places too. I mean, just like tiny little clubs and stuff. I know for a fact that the comics has been to a show as well, live, at least one. I have is correct. A little platoon speaks, and yeah, ladies like that. Pamela Dunham, good to see you. Says, I am all in for Godzilla. Have left Star Wars behind. Yep. And I think that's going to be the way of things. Did you see, Simon Pegg came out and said, he threw fire and said that anything made by Americans that's Godzilla is cultural appropriation and should be investing in Godzilla -1. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah. Al Humphrey says, that's why us Londoners invented Cockney rhyming slang. So the police didn't know what we were up to. So naughty. Yeah, I feel like I was going to sing Just You Wait, Henry Higgins, but I ain't going to do that because my voice is trash. Jeff Smith's here in Scotland, in Edinburgh. They speak with the most perfect spoken English, but here in Glasgow, we speak the worst. Yeah. You want a language journey from the UK, Scottish, Cockney, or Pikey? Yeah, let me tell you, I still love watching Fight Club to this very day, right? Such a good movie. Yeah, Cynthia, I'm with you. I had everybody in that was a very capable actor. They were given garbage scripts in the second and third film, just the wrong direction for everything. I think Isaacs has been set aside for no good reason, and Driver's gotten some great roles, but not in anything as big as Star Wars, which is a shame. But he's a very good actor, and Kelly Marie Tran has not gotten any other good opportunities that I've seen, which is a shame. It's a real shame. Yeah, you guys. So I love talking about music. When I was growing up, I had a cough again. When I was growing up, it was a time of magical change. I mean, you had like all kinds of different music that was just popping off in every way creatively possible. So you could listen to everything, right? The foundation of all different types of music. And as the ages changed, the music changed along with it. And that's across every genre. I there wasn't anything I wasn't enjoying for the most part, you know. Uh, Donut Lord says Simon Pegg is just trying to get back in the good graces after his toxic Star Wars fans comments. Ah, that makes sense. All right, now I got to go off camera. Hang on a minute. Sorry about that. Don't get sick, guys. It's no fun. Let's see what else is going on. Hey, Brett Myers in the house. Hail, CC. Hail. Hail. Clubbin, Dallas. Sorry, I can't do that quite right. Says, hail, good morning. Good to see you feeling better. A bit. Yeah, big Friday for Inside Out, too. And while not the best version of anything Pixar, it seems to be okay. Victor Fontaine says, this is going to be big. I think we'll see whether or not it has legs, but I think it's going to be a decent open. It's about the perfect timing for Disney because they have been getting hammered. And it doesn't seem to have a whole lot of the message in it, which is probably good. It's probably very, very good. All right, so we kind of hit Grace pretty hard, but I'm not the only one that went after Grace, kids. My friends, they run a news site that sometimes I write on too. We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to the super chat first from our good friend SFXF314 Sabretooth Raptor for 5 Culture Casino bucks. Says, Culture and Mexican Iron Man playing and streaming Mega Man would be far more entertaining than Smurfolite. It could be a basis for a new show. It sounds fun. I like Mega Man. What about you, Mikey? You want to play Mega Man? Chemo Aruo Hanim. Oh, Hanimi. Oh, please help me with your name. I would love to be able to say that properly. Kimo Oruohon me. Please help me with that. But anyway, let me repeat what Alec Guinness used to say to more fervent Star Wars fans. Stop watching the silly movies and get yourself a life. There you go. I tell you what, I really honestly thought he was brilliant and a wonderful performer. Let's see. Mark Daly says what all of us have been feeling for a few days now. R.I.P. Clobby. Pour one out for the comic and Trek expert who reminded us of better days. And in every single way, Mike did that. In every single way, Mike did that. He's going to be missed. I can't believe I'm not going to hear his voice in conversation anymore. So. And more than that, he was just a good man. So. Yeah. Anyway. Eric K. What's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. I choose not to get sick, Culture. Well, that's a good choice. Well done. Guys hitting me in the feels this morning. Slider Dad, what's up? Jillian N says, Grace deserves what she gets from this situation. She brought it on herself. I feel bad because some of her takes, some people may not enjoy or think it's a little cornball or think she's not exactly the brightest, bulb on the tree. But sometimes she spits facts that are very intriguing. I don't usually go after YouTubers. I really don't. I don't think there's an upside to it. It's attacking somebody else. I mean, she's got a huge channel, a huge following. Lots of people pay her, right? But sometimes it's just bad. No, I did not. There was just no way I could make that happen. And I didn't even realize that was happening, to be fair, Razorburn. I've been so out of touch with music. All of my focus has been elsewhere, especially the last 2 years, trying to get to a point where I could be, mostly full-time YouTube and stuff. So, yeah. I missed out on a lot of things, to be fair. Emilio! Oh, man, I wish I could do that in soccer voice. Sorry about that. My voice will get better. But thank you for gifting 10 Culture Casino memberships. My goodness, the generosity today is incredible. Incredible. Thank you, Emilio. And someday I will honor that with a very long Emilio. I didn't do it forever like the soccer guy does, because I think that's awesome. Yeah. I also say Mexican Iron Man is awesome. Gifty. That's right. Now you guys are going to make me all sniffly. There's my buddy, Brian. What's up? That 70s rock fan. Mexican Iron Man says, Culture wouldn't have gotten sick if he visited me like he promised 2 years ago. And guess which? High Roller still doesn't have a set of chips. Dude, I have all 4 of your chips. I'm gonna have to create something to make it extra special for you, Mikey. I love you, dude. I hope you're doing well. Ruby Hoof says the adult thing in the room. Agree to disagree is an option. That's right. This is actually probably more true, Curtis Shaw. It's Tom's fault. Culture wouldn't have gotten sick if he didn't go Bigfoot hunting. He just wanted a little one, right? And he said they were slow. I don't know about that. Star Wars Shill Edition. I've come to the right place. Yes, you have. Echo Base Network. My brother's over there running a beautiful channel. Thank you. I'm suspecting this is Nick. It could be Coach, but I'm suspecting it's Nick. So, but either way, I love both you guys, so it's good to see you. Man, you got to let me back in there. I gotta go toe to toe with Rissman, especially on this hot stuff. I know you said the other day that he was down on this, but man, very down. Did you get your cold? I don't think so. I think it was Wow, I just sniffed at you guys. I'm so sorry. I think it was either on the way there or on the way back. It's hard to say. Um, you know, other elements around me were also succumbing to various maladies, so it's hard to say. I think it's just a fact that I didn't get enough rest the last couple days. I think that's because I usually don't get anything. Is this live? Sends another Canadian 5. Look at the generosity of all of you today. I love you all. Says, grace is proof that even a broken clock is right twice a day. Well, yeah, in a lot of ways, I think that's probably true. Oh, it's Coach. Coach. Gotta love Coach. Coach, you were great. You were on, man, you guys are serving up some great stuff lately. You and DA were doing it. I mean, you guys are just crushing it, man. Keep it up. That would be fantastic. I would love to, you know that. I had fun with Tom and I were hosting it when you and Nick were doing stuff to watch movies and things. I love hosting your show. Mexican Iron Man Rissman is KK's boy toy. I would never say Rissman knows I love him deeply, so I like to make fun. So it's now predicted to be 130 million open. That's good numbers. It could beat out the first Inside Out release. Really? Huh. The question is the legs, Vic. You know that. I don't know, man. While it seems to be getting a lot of positive, and you and I have talked privately about this because I was told early on that it didn't look like it was leaning into too much of the garbage, that they cut a lot of the garbage out. And that a lot of the concerns we had about the different emotions that were being added may not have been as dire as we were thinking. But I'm going to have to look into that, Vic. I will go see it. Hey, Views with Hughes is here. Check out Views with Hughes, Agenda Free News. My brother here is an amazing channel. Love what he's doing. Disney Wars is not Star Wars. That's right, Dave Bob. Indeed. Holy cow! The generosity. Man, we're not even into the next story yet. Look at this. Tender Warrior 68 hits us with 20 CultureCasino memberships. Holy cow! The generosity here. Thank you, Tender Warrior. My goodness. Look at those numbers. Wow, I appreciate it. You guys are helping pay off the vacation credit card. Remember when Grace called out Campia for being a shill? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Wow, the generosity. You guys are amazing. Gifty. That's right, Razorburn. Love you guys. Thank you so much. 199. That's right. The 199. That's right. All the green. I hate green. I love that Punisher skull. Am I right? That's a Punisher skull. It's kind of small on my screen, but it looks like a pretty cool one. Oh, all right. Let's get back to it. We have not covered the ground I wanted to cover, so let's roll. Let's roll. Roll out. Speaking of rolling out, YouTuber Grace Randolph admits Lucasfilm. I cannot talk. Poke the bear with the Acolyte, accusing critics of taking on hate speech qualities. And let me tell you, John writes a great article here, citing all of the tweets that we just went through and just everything that's going on. You know, and these are all the tweets we just looked at, saying, but I feel that the Acolyte is genuinely a good show with awful timing. In no way is this a good show with awful timing. And again, John wrote a great article here. Sorry I didn't get it on the screen till now. But all of these things she says are not backed up by anything. Again, we go back to the very first thing I covered, saying that it's going to be hard for Disney to cast Star Wars actors. All right. No. You just have to give them something good to work with. And this is a history of all the tweets we just went through. Right now, as of this moment, Rotten Tomatoes is still sitting at 17%. This show continues to decline. It even declined on the pro side of things, on the critics side of things, and is now down substantially in the top critics category. And look, people are just going at this, saying what they mean and what they think right at Grace's face. Hang on a minute. Oh, gosh, I tried to stop that. Sorry. I'm sick, guys. I apologize. So anyway. So these are the reactions in the comments section of her own review. Not going to lie, this episode was so cringe. Another states, this isn't Star Wars, this is Disney fan fiction. Star Wars ended with Lucas in episode 3. Look, when you defend a show where even rocks catch on fire, then you know you're the problem. An excuse to retcon as the thread, it's disrespecting the source material that came before. And the episode was horrible. The writing was so bad. First May was like, I love you, OSHA. OSHA, what a great name for a workplace accident thing. Then a few minutes later, I'm going to kill you. And the cringe Frozen, like chanting, what have you done? What have you done? What have you done? And all the other things that have basically been recreated. And somebody used Tolkien's line, evil is not able to create anything new. It can only distort and destroy what has been invented or made by the forces of good. Somebody else wrote, Grace tries incredibly hard to defend this show. And somebody went budget side. Dune 2 budget, $190. Acolyte budget, $180. How is this possible? More sophisticated, huge plot holes. Campbell wiped out the uber powerful witches. Come on, man. Well, if a man was there, as somebody else said recently, brilliantly, I think it was Gary, maybe there would have been some fire safety or a fire safety plan in place. I don't know. That sounds really sexist. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Probably shouldn't. But I think it's funny. Hey, Peplina says, oh, hi, splendid people. Well, oh, hi. Whoa, Star Wars Universe comes in and cleans up at the batting cage saying it's down to 15% now. Holy cow. So they can't do anything about it at this point, right? Right, Star Wars Universe? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Down to 15%. Kitty Bear's like, the Acolyte? One bridge too far. One too many. There you go. So Brahma gets stung by a wasp in the neck, but Culture is the one that has the voice problem. Something strange is going on, Culture Casino. Well, there you go. I didn't know that Brahma got stung. And thanks again, Tender Warrior 68, and everybody else who's gifted memberships this stream. You guys are awesome. Those of you with the super chats, amazing. And Slender Dad is right. The actors aren't the problem. Even in the Acolyte, the actors are delivering. It's the script and the story. It's flaccid and weak. That's true. It's down to 15%. Thank you, Star Wars Universe. I did not know it had fallen again. My goodness gracious. Oh. OSHA, TSA, FEMA. Fannie Mae. Oh, you're going to make my nose run. Well, at least when Lucas showed all the Jedi being hunted in episode 3, it set up the original trilogy well enough. Now, there's nothing to hunt. True story. Cyrano says, because of the Acolyte crud, that $200 I paid for the Star Wars Christmas special back in 1994 is going to pay off. Yes, it is. Cynthia's like, it's not a timing issue, not an acting issue, nor a production issue either. It's the peddling of morally murky ideas issue. Well, yeah. Yeah. The timing is awful. If it was still 2016, the media calling people bad names might still make people fall in line out of guilt. In 2024, it's lost its punch. Yeah. Chances it was Gary or high. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Gary. The Ewok animated series is now higher. Chato must be proud. For those of you who don't know, Paul Chato was actually a voice in that. So, yeah. Paul did a lot of amazing things. Dude's had a life. Which drops faster, RT's number or Disney stock? Well, Disney stock wasn't exactly rocking the box lately, let's just say. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't stop the media, right? It doesn't stop the media from blaming the people. The tired playbook is still their best defense. I mean, according to That Park Place, you can check this out, also written by John, says Access Media blames fans for ruining Star Wars, not the people at Lucasfilm pushing agendas. Well, yeah. So, and this is, of course, the inverse article that we covered on the HCast on Thursday, which I thought was quite brilliant. Sorry, in the morning time, apparently my voice in my head gets more full. But, yeah. So, now, first of all, I'm going to say this. Livy Scott is not exactly a great author, not a great writer. Totally invested in the garbage. Anyway, she declares The Acolyte is one of the best additions to a galaxy far away in a long time, embracing decades of nostalgia while thinking critically on the franchise legacy. Nope. It also might be the most diverse Star Wars story yet, and while that's definitely a boon for marginalized fans, it's made The Acolyte the target of a vocal splinter of the fandom. No. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. No. It's the majority. If you look at the viewership numbers, it's the majority of the fans that are shutting this down. If only about 3% of the Disney Plus subscribers watch this trash bag show, it's losing its appeal. That's it. And the numbers are going to keep declining, especially after episode 3. I already know YouTubers are like, it's not worth me covering this anymore. Mind you, I will cover episode 4. But it may be the last one. I was trying to get, 10, 12,000 people to watch episode 3 review, and like 6 people watched it. Okay, maybe it's like 2,400, but it doesn't matter. It's just the show's garbage, and it's not doing anybody any service to watch it. So because nobody's watching it, they're watching people review it. Tyrone Magnus and obviously Gary and many others, including Echo Base Network, who's here in the chat. But, I get better numbers talking about Doctor Who falling in the toilet. Right? I mean, right now, Hound Monkey points out Disney's down to 99.89. Could you imagine if Disney opens on Monday at sub 98? Could happen. That wouldn't be any good. Holy cow, Dave Bob's in a member chat. Dave Bob! Let me get to it here. Hope you're doing well, Dave Bob. He says, when you self-insert into a story, it shows. And yeah, I mean, this is honestly like, how to keep everything safe at home between you and your spouse for Leslie Headland, right? And how to continue to play defense against being the personal assistant to Harvey Weinstein, which, was really her claim to fame. Right? Is This Live drops a $5 Canadian super chat saying, I think the Acolyte can do better. It still has a couple more percentage points to drop to get to Battlefield Earth numbers. Wow. Wow. I think that's one of the things the genre guys are covering over on That Park Place. I think that's one of the bonuses you're going to get, the genre guys bonuses out of either pro or whatever else. But my goodness. My goodness. Oh, uh, maybe they can do better. Holy cow, Mr. Butt Crack Media is in the house. Says, hail, Culture Casino, my friend, and the chat. Hail to you, member for 19 months. Mr. Butt Crack Media. Thanks, my friend. Mr. Butt Crack gives a Culture Casino membership. Thank you for the generous gift, my friend. Amazing. Yeah, and Scott Westbrook's out there. He's doing amazing stuff, like giving me another super sticker, saying, keep it up. Well, thank you, Scott. I appreciate your support. You're amazing. I appreciate it. And thank you for the $5 super sticker. Cyrano, 2960, gives a Culture Casino membership. Holy cow. And let's see. Our good friend Space Dave 2000 is out there. And Space Dave's been helping me on a project lately. Taking care of some stuff. Been a member for 10 months. Says, I'm late to the party. Hope you're feeling better. Well, I'm not sounding great. Yoinks. That's right. Yoinks, Scoob. Yeah, I wish I felt better. I got a cough. It is what it is. Coming up next after I'm not leaving yet, folks. Don't panic. But coming after this show in an hour is Salty Nerd Podcast. Go check out my brothers over there doing some good stuff with Matt Kadish and the guys. Always a great show. Always great people. Always great fun. I imagine they have some thoughts on Star Wars too right now. I would wager. Speaking of Vegas and their amazing podcast studio, Las Vegas Podcast Studio, where all the great people record when they're in Vegas. That's right. And Razorburn is correct. Chris Gore already mentioned episode 4 will be worse. I checked out a long time ago. Yeah. Wop wop. Battlefield Earth is better than Acolyte. That's a strong statement. But I won't argue with you. All right. Reviewing Puck Off today. Awesome. Rob Linton, enjoy. For pre-tape next month. So that's Culture. Feel better. Thank you, Rob Linton. Love you, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for being on the Green Machine. Hi, Green Machine. You guys are great over there. Appreciate it. Love it. Miss Pico Fay says they only know stereotypes. This is so true. That, we get accused of that all the time. It's the stereotype stuff. And I'm like, no. Now, I'm all for expanding the lore on things or even, dealing with some new ideas around lore and stuff. But the audience scores are getting worse for the show. And, well, it could be because they introduced the lesbian witches in episode 3. And, the idea that you had Force-created twins. And all of that, in any other show probably would be fine. But multiple aggregators have had everything fall, right? And this is the first 2 episodes sitting at 32%, and now 20%. And now, as we've been updated today by one of the wonderful commentators in the stream, the Star Wars universe, well, it's down to 15%. But you just watch these continue to fall. And the problem is that you end up with a bunch of people giving 5-star reviews that are bogus. And a bunch of people that are giving 1-star reviews that might be a little extreme. But regardless, although I agree with them, you can look at the numbers and see that, well, you see the Acolyte in there? You see Ahsoka, right? This goes back to Ahsoka. But 2 episodes came out, 829 million minutes. They haven't released anything that anybody's interested in. You can go and check out Valiant Renegade's video about the Acolyte views being only about 25% of the Ahsoka premiere. It's the best original series premiere this year for Disney Plus. Well, the only other one was Echo. So that's probably why. Oh, give me strength. Give me strength. But let's get to the real crux of it all. Disney's very far astray from what they actually used to be. They've been diving into the occult, into witchcraft, into things like that. So it's like the last couple episodes of Ahsoka and all the other things. And while maybe some of those elements were in some of the trilogies and some of the Thrawn things or whatever, right? Maybe that existed. It's Jeff Smith. Hello, rating mild friend. I wish I could sing. I wish I wasn't so plugged up. I've come to drop on you again. But let's get to it. Let's get to what's actually happening. So with the addition of the occult and everything else, and mind you, I don't care what your religious affiliation is for the most part. You know, when I see something evil, I call it evil. It doesn't matter where it resides. But Dave Filoni reportedly behind creation of Leslie Headland's lesbian witch coven in Star Wars The Acolyte. Now, there's a reason for this, everybody, and this goes back to coverage we were doing with That Park Place all the way back nearly a year ago with Dave Filoni and why this might actually be what it was. Right? Being better than poop ain't saying much, Dave Bob. Dave Bob came in swinging today. He chose violence. Oh, Space Dave, thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. Filoni's wife, how did you know? How did you know? How did you know? Well, it's true. I mean, Dave Filoni's wife has been practicing witchcraft and other things for a bit. The problem is, I like the cult too, by the way. Don't even go there, Razorburn. I think in next time I do karaoke, I'll probably do a cult song. But anyway, one of the problems is that Disney has a writer in Dave Filoni's wife, and somebody that looked like she was in. I got a lot of flack for that tweet, by the way, about the person that didn't look like they belonged in Star Wars. But anyway, hey, what's up, Bilbo Swaggin? Good seeing you. Ruby Hoop's like, people vote with their money. Yes, they do. Okay, all right, we'll get on to this. This is the thing that nobody wanted to get back to, but we're gonna. We're gonna. We're gonna. This isn't helping Star Wars any. This image right here on her own Instagram, she posted her own self. Rogue Thinker's like, they have terrible writers. Yeah. Look, I pulled this picture out on the HCast the other day. I sent it over to Andre along with some other things that I had about Dave Filoni's wife. And look, normally don't go after people, but she's involved in Star Wars. So guess what? She's going to eat some of this as well because this is stuff she is posting, and she is a Star Wars writer. Okay? And then we have this. Now, lots of people morals find themselves on different part of this conversation. But this other thing ain't going to fly very well with people who, cling tightly to their religious stuff. Okay? Find yourself on whatever side of this debate you might, that t-shirt isn't going to appeal to the broadest possible audience. You bring in divisive people. You bring in divisive ideas, you're going to cause a divide. You're going to. This is not something that's going to bring more people in. Right? You're going to alienate people every time you do this. Every time you take a turn in a direction that isn't going to be popular with the broadest segment of the audience, it's not going to help. Dave Filoni's wife, both deeply entrenched in Star Wars. Filoni's responsible for, headlands turn into this idea. Not great. Not great, Bob. Wish I had that clip. Not great, Bob. That's from Mad Men, by the way. Curtis Shaw's like, I don't know why Filoni ever got any credit. Admittedly, the Anakin Obi-Wan friendship was sorely needed. I found the clone relationship well done, but that was it. It's an animation. It was a point Gary was making last night on FNT. Yeah, she's not a Star Wars fan. Rob, you're 100% right. Rob Alta says she's not a Star Wars fan. She just wants to piss off fans. The actors for Osha and May. Those young little kids seem to do okay. I don't know what the instruction was, but it certainly looked like, they were trying to do the best they could with what they were given. The little fake fight thing, nobody was invested in that. Neither of those actors or actresses were. Should have been, or actresses in this case were. The little pushing back and forth, fighting over whatever it was they were fighting over. I don't know. Is she really into the occult or just following Thelma? Thelema. I don't know. Hey, Tim Hayes has been here forever. Thanks for all the support, Tim Hayes, over the years. Check out Tim's channel as well. Been here for 27 months. Hail Culture, hail to you, Tim. I liked Paul Chados. Davina, I know. Davinia, I should say. I always do that, but I will forever. I like Paul Chados' label. Witch beans. Yes. Yes. Amazing witch beans. Sorry, guys. I keep trying to mute when I cough or sniff. I apologize. Being sick sucks. Hey, Mars Monkey Max is in that. That's good to see you. And Ruby is correct. Everyone is welcome to their own beliefs. Just remember not to beat other people over the head with your beliefs. Boom. Boom. And again, I'm one of those people. I'm like, okay, that's your direction. Fine. I'm not going to push what I think, in that regard, in that area on other people, right? I just do what I do. But, I don't understand this going front and center with this thing in Star Wars. It doesn't have broad appeal. Sick lid. Holy cow. Look at the generosity. 20. Culture Casino Buck saying they cling to their guns and religion. Barack Obama / Culture Casino. Yeah. Well, look. I have guns and I have religion. Can't fight that. Can't fight that. And you know what? There's a reason why that's made America great, but that's a conversation for another day. But I do thank you for the conversational quote from Barack Obama. Thank you so very much. Watch them beg the OG Star Wars to come back when it's all said and done. I think they're already starting to do that. Watch what's happening. Grace is losing her audience, okay, which is the whole point of the beginning of the stream. And I know you missed a bunch of that up front there, Hughes, but the beginning of the stream was just breaking down everything that kind of watched the evolution of Grace recognizing she's losing her audience because she's shilling this piece of garbage show. It's crazy. Radioactive. Gifted 10 Culture Casino memberships. Holy cow. You guys are very generous today. Welcome to the membership, folks. Thank you. Thank you so very much, Radioactive. And I think those 10 people say thank you as well. Let's see who else is out there. We got lots of folks hanging out. Gifty. Thank you, Razorburn. I got to make that clip. Gifty. Doba Fett. Howdy, Doba Fett. Good to see you. They don't understand Star Wars and simultaneously think they're smarter. WTF. Andrew, you're right, man. You're right. So many green. Speaking of green, ladies and gentlemen, my editor, my amazing compatriot here, Mr. Grant Gregory, has, I don't know, he's headed for $1 billion now, or at least $1 million. You should check out his channel, subscribe to it, Mr. Grant Gregory AI. Grant's been cooking it up lately. He made an amazing animation via AI for Baramabul. So check it out. Books. Check them out. Oh, I got to sneeze. Wow. And apparently I need to wipe up too. Gross. Don't get sick, guys. It's no fun. This is a wicked cold. At least my voice is mostly back. Hang on a second. Hang on. My buddy, Low Spec Linux Gaming, said something funny on Green Machine. I have to find now. Oh, man. The stereotypes are so very bad. Want to come back to cosmic culture? Of course. Punkwell's like, it's confusing. Yeah, 6 Minute Daily will be back on Monday, even if I sound terrible. I'm gonna push through from now on. Yeah, we're gonna have one last Sunday show with the old format, and then the new format for late night culture will arrive the following Sunday. So be prepared for that. I sneeze. It depends. Like I'll have a bunch of little ones and then a giant one. Um, so it is what it is. It's crazy. Where? Wow, come on, low spec. Let's see if I can find it here. Low spec. Oh, it's all one word. That's why. Sorry, guys. I just want to find this again. So, low spec Linux gaming over on the Green Machine says it's so bad it's hilarious. Black children with no father. Yes. It's all these negative stereotypes, and they're the ones leaning into this stuff. It's insane. Look, it's the last thing in the world that you want to celebrate, right? Is something like that. It's insanity. I don't get it. And again, you can see this happening. It's happening in the theme park place as well. You're seeing you're seeing Disney start to pivot away from the things that have been destroying them as a company. You're seeing at the theme park level, you're seeing people that were shilling the latest Tiana's Bayou Adventure reskinning of Splash Mountain, which is was one of the, if not the most popular attraction in North America, and obviously around the world. But you were seeing just how negatively the reception was there. You can understand why the Japanese are like saying, no, thank you. We don't want this trash bag. Because you're going to have an example in Japan of just an amazing Splash Mountain and then a knockoff attraction that is this Tiana Bayou's Adventure, which has so many different problems that it's ridiculous. Everything we thought would go wrong with the attraction has, plus more. And it's still in previews. It never should have been like this. Wow, I did not see this happen, John Gibson. Thanks for putting that to my attention. I'm going to run that by the Wednesday crowd for yelling at parked cars. Got a cough again. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Tim's like, wait, black kids with no father, isn't that racist? Yes. What's up, Matt G? Matt G. Rob Alta says, I sense a theme. Resigning popular attractions and IPs. Yep. They're wrecking everything. Slender Dad, what's up, brother? Says, we know what the customer wants because we are the customer, but they'd rather listen to their friends than their meal ticket. Well, yeah. And that's what has become Star Wars. Now, mind you, I still had 2 more articles to go through and would love to. But I honestly need to prep for a meeting that I'm supposed to be having. Guys, coming out real soon. At least one of the products from my self-care lineup for primarily men, but we're going to add ladies there too. But we're going to start out with one of the beard oils that will start to become available very shortly. Hopefully we can launch my own website where you can get it. For now, it'll probably be offered on beachpunk.us. And we'll start advertising that here pretty quick. I'll put a commercial together in the whole 9, and then I'll expand the line from there. Eventually making a subscription and a subscription box for everything, which will include shampoo, conditioner, body wash, the whole 9 yards. So yeah, I'll have beard oils, moisturizers, sunscreens. We're gonna kind of do it all. So you'll be able to, get cyber spunked. That's right, you can get cyber spunked. Spec Linux laptop, if you want. So, yep. It's gonna be interesting adventure for me. So we're gonna start to do that. Ruby, who my beard is a little dry. Okay, well, I trust me. The body wash is something that I think everybody will like. Shampoo and conditioner culture, so the ladies have something to get. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a full hair care system and all that. We're starting with the peppermint beard oil. So as soon as I get the next batch and prove it, so there's that. Ladies, I promise I'll get you stuff. Plus, I eventually have been working with the boss, and maybe we'll get into some nail care and things like that. So, culture wash. Well, there you go. They will not be monkey cheapest. I knew it. I knew you were lurking. They will not be scented like that. So, you guys are on fire today. All right. Well, I had a lot of fun. We've got, like I said, we'll have a completely rebranded Sunday show. Well, not completely rebranded. We'll have a slightly changed format for the Sunday show. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. We'll have the regular Sunday show this Sunday. And then we've got a gaming channel to launch this week with that gaming place over there as part of that Park Place network. So be prepared for that. Yours truly and Jonas J. Campbell will be there. We've got a wonderful person in the chat here that's been helping out and likely will continue to, and Space Dave 2000 and many more. In fact, we're hoping to do some live streams, some live gaming conversations and things like that. But we got to get that channel big, huge, monstrous. So as part of this week's promotion cycle, I will be talking about that gaming place, so you can check that out. If you haven't already, hit the like on the way out with almost 300 of you watching across the various platforms. More merch coming too. By the way, Beach Punk gear will start being offered in many other locations and not just the main website. But on the main website, I'm going to be able to start offering discount codes. So, yeah, we'll keep that going. You guys are incredible. Thanks for hanging out here, Grim. Is this live? Says Body Watch? What the hell is that? I use 10-in-1 shampoo. I think you'll like it. So, everybody have an incredible weekend. Thanks for joining me here on a Saturday morning to talk the shill-tasticness of Disney Star Wars. Hopefully, I get to hang out over on Echo Base Network in the very near future to, kind of tease my buddy Rissman. Beach Punk beards? Why not? Let's see what we can do with that. R.I.P. La Gaming Lounge. Yeah, it's sad. But honestly, the guys have been doing great elsewhere, so I appreciate what they're working on. Again, we are going to get out of here. I want to say thanks to each and every one of you. And of course, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others. And until next time, see ya.